How to run a SQL command query on PostgreSQL with Ansible? I'm going to show you a live demo with some simple Ansible code. I'm Luca Berton and welcome to today's episode of Ansible Pilot. Ansible ran a SQL command query on PostgreSQL. Let's talk about the Ansible module PostgreSQL_query. The full name is community.postgresql.postgresql_query, which means that it's part of a collection on module community.postgresql maintained by the Ansible community to interact with PostgreSQL. The collection is tested with Ansible Core 2.11 and following. Prior versions such as 2.9 or 2.10 are not supported. The purpose of the module is to run PostgreSQL queries. This module uses PsychoPG2, a Python PostgreSQL database library, so you must ensure that Python 3-PsychoPG2 is installed on the host before using this module. Parameter. Let me summarize the main parameters of the module PostgreSQL_query. Ansible supports that the PostgreSQL is running in the target node. First of all, you need to specify the parameter db, the name of the database to connect to, and run the query against. Another important parameter is query, the SQL query to run. The query could have a positional or named argument that you could specify using positional_args and named_args list. You could also specify the encoding of the current session, for example UTF-8. You can run the query in Autocommit Mode using the Autocommit parameter default disabled to execute in Autocommit Mode when the query can be run inside a transactional block, for example vacuum. You could also specify the connection parameter such as the host, the username, password or Unix socket. The default connection is on localhost on port 5432 using Postgres login user. Please note that the peer authentication method must be enabled on these connection parameters. And now demo time. Let's jump into a real-life Ansible playbook to run a SQL command query on PostgreSQL. I'm going to show you how to run a simple query in the testdb database showing the current version of PostgreSQL server. Are you excited? Let's move on. Welcome to my editor. I'm going to show you one Ansible playbook to run SQL on PostgreSQL database. First of all, let's begin our YAML document with 3- and a name for our play, query demo, that is going to be executed on host all on my inventory. Let me set also become to true because I need this code to run as root user. We can discuss about this, but it's a simple way. Then let me define a variable db_name, the name of a database where to run my code against to, and then the task list. First of all, let's verify that the utility is present on the target node. So let me use ansible.builtin.package module. The name of the package is Python 3-PsychoPG2. Is the library to connect to Postgres with Python, and the state must be present. Okay, cool. Now finally we can run the SQL code using community.postgres_query, our module. Yes. Now, first of all, let's define the target database, in my case, the value of db_name variable. Let me define also the query to run. Let's pick up a simple one like select version, and this is a simple built-in command to check the running version of the DBMS. Let me run this code under the Postgres username. So let's set up become to true and become_user Postgres. And let me save the result into the SQL_data variable. Now, what we can do with this variable? Well, the easiest way is to print it out on screen. So let me write a statement, a task name print using ansible.builtin.debug module. And with parameter vars, it only printed out the content of SQL data. So now we did everything. We verify. First of all, we connect to our target host using and escalate to root user, verify that the package is currently installed, the utility, and run the query against the selected database using the Postgres, the database administrator user, and print it out on screen. And almost that's it. We can complicate this code as much as possible, but this is the meaty part. Connect to the host, run the SQL query, and display the result. Yeah, now let's move on to the terminal, to the running code. Welcome to my terminal. First of all, let me verify that PostgreSQL is running on my demo machine. So let me connect via SSH, DevOps is my username, at demoexample.com. This is a simple machine just freshly installed, so let me switch to root and verify the system control status. PostgreSQL is getting active, running. Yay! So PostgreSQL is running. So let me switch to Postgres user and verify with PSQL. Please notice that the version is 10.21 and we have a testdb database running. So let me quit for the Postgres utility, exit the Postgres user, exit the root user, and disconnect from the machine. Now I'm back on the Ansible controller node and I'm able to execute my playbook code with Ansible-Playbook command. Let me specify -e parameter for my inventory. It's a simple file, only current host. And the query version YML data Ansible Playbook. The execution is super smooth. It's going to take just few seconds to verify that the utility is present, execute the query, and display the output on screen. As you can see, Postgres 10.21 is currently running on this machine and was successfully displayed on screen. What happens if we execute again the same code? Well, we are getting the same result. We didn't change Postgres version, did we? Cool. Now we are able to execute some SQL code using Ansible. Yay! Great success! Now you know how to run a SQL command query on PostgreSQL to check the running PostgreSQL version with Ansible. Thank you for watching. If this video was useful for you, follow the next adventure of Ansible Pilot and let's automate more of our infrastructure. And have a great day! Yay! This video is part of our Ansible automation program. Sign up today on www.ansiblepilot.com for uninterrupted exclusive video and so much fun.